Hey team, Tori and I are back again this week. Today's video we have some shaping drills, takeoff drills and landing drills for you guys to work on your back tucks. Today's video is good for people who are starting to learn their flips as an introduction, and also for people who can already do their flips so that you're keeping up with your technique and form so that we're both ready to work on our back tucks when we get back in the gym.
So before we get started, we're just going to start off with a warm-up. So find a space, starting off with our high knees. Awesome, and heel touches in front of you, nice and high. And heel touches behind you. And a little bit of a challenge, you're going to go one in front and then one behind. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. Cool, and burpee straight jumps. Straight into it. That's it, and 2 more. And candlestick straight jump. Awesome, 2 more. And 2 burpee tuck jumps. And 2 candlestick tuck jumps. So now we're feeling warm, we're going to do a quick stretch, so standing up on your feet, and we're just doing upper body twists, getting our body nice and loose. And windmills, so keeping your chest straight, touching opposite toe to hand. That's it, standing back up, we've got 2 circles backwards, squeezing our arms at the top, 1, 2, 2 circles forwards, hands behind you, 1, 2, and again, 1, 2, up, and forward, and and in the middle, we're bouncing with arm swings, and into our side lunge. Getting your heel on the floor. And the other side. Standing back up into our pike. Just doing some pike bounces. Keeping your legs nice and straight as low as you can go. And we're doing a caterpillar into our seal position. Pulling your shoulders back, holding 1, 2, and shoulders, 1, 2, back to seal, and walking back up to pike. And we'll do one more time, out to seal, stretching your shoulders, back to seal, and back to pike. And let's get started.
So we're going to break down our back tuck into 3 different parts. The first and probably most important part of your back tuck is your takeoff, and this is where you're going to generate all of your height and rotation that you need for your flip. So when you are going for your takeoff, you're aiming to fully extend out of your legs, lift your hips up, and fully swing your arms above your head as well. And you need to do all these 3 things with good timing. So before we do start our drills, we're going to go over some common mistakes that people make when they are doing their takeoff, so that you can keep these in mind when we're doing our drills later. So the first drill we're going to do, guys, is just going through the action of your arm swing. You don't have to jump just now. We're going to break it down into 3 different parts. So the first part is your starting position. Now there's a few different options. You can start with your arms. You can start arms in front or arms up, like Tori likes, but I like to start arms out. It doesn't matter how you start with your arms, as long as when you bend, you get your arms by your side at the same time as you finish your bend, and that you don't bring your shoulders forward when you swing your arms down. Okay, because when you push from here, there you go, you lose your height, you go straight back. Okay, so we're just gonna go through the full action. So 1, position 2 is your arms down by your side bent, legs not too bent, and 3, swinging your arms up. You don't have to jump for this, but I want you to go onto your tippy toes and then lift your hips forward at the end of the action. We're gonna do this 10 times, guys. So once we've done our full takeoff drill, we're just gonna focus on the top half of the arm swing, which is the bit that people struggle with the most. If you don't have an elastic, you can just do it without, but if you do have one, you can grab an elastic and just get a little bit more strength in this range of motion as well. So here, just a little bend this time. Start with your arms in front and you're just aiming to swing that last little bit, getting your arms above your head. And make sure, especially for this one, you can find something to look at, but make sure that you keep your head facing forwards for this one. And we're gonna do this 10 times as well. Okay, so building from the arm swing now, we're gonna start sitting in a chair for this one. You guys will have one of these at home. We're gonna start knees bent, obviously, and arms by your side. So as you go for your takeoff, this is the position you're gonna hit in that position 2. And then from here, you're gonna explode with your legs and swing your arms up at the same time. Focusing on the timing between both. So your arms are swinging up as you're lifting out of the chair. If you have a chair that's just the right length, it's good to try to get your back against the chair as well to keep your shoulders up. It's not quite good for Tori because she's leaning too far back. But make sure when you are swinging and then pushing out of the chair that you're keeping your shoulders up, looking forwards as well. Okay guys, we're going to build a little bit more from that now as well. So we're going to do our full takeoff with a fast action and add a jump on it at the end. So whichever starting position you prefer, doing your bend and then explosive push up with your arm swing. Now, when we're drawing this at home, can't really initiate any rotation. Just focus on jumping as high as you can every time, fully pushing out of your legs and keeping your head facing forwards. If you want to add a little bit more resistance to this drill, you can step off of a raised surface, and as you land, as you're sitting into your motorbike position, have your arms already down, ready to push against the resistance you get from the height. And explode. Let's go one more time, a little bit faster explosion out of your legs. And push. So the time is going to be a little bit off. Make sure your arms are already down here before you finish your motorbike lane. Guys, we're going to work on shaping drills in our back tuck. So after you finish your takeoff, you should be in an open position with a slight rotation. And then from there, the faster and smaller you get into your tuck position, the faster you're going to rotate in your back tuck. So the drills we've got for you now are how to do the correct tuck position in the air and some strength skills that you can do a faster tuck, which is going to help you rotate. So the first drill we're going to do is just tuck rocks on the floor. We're going to practice this with our arms above our head. So you're going to rock back, bring your knees over, try and lift your hips up off the floor. Use your arms just to make sure you don't go too far over onto your head for now. And when you're doing this, you're thinking about bringing your knees up to your shoulders. Okay, we're going to do this 10 times. So next drill, we're going to start lying down straight, and then you have your arms by your side. What you're going to do is you're going to mimic the arm swing that you do for your takeoff. Just as you're finishing your arm swing, you're starting to lift your knees up into that same position that you get in your tuck rock, almost like a tuck candle position. 10 times as well for this one, guys. If you can, faster the better. Just make sure that you're not going too far over onto your head. So another variation you can do for this skill is where you grab your legs as well. Just make sure you don't rotate too far back where your weight's on your head and you don't have anything else to support your body weight. So here, when you do grab your legs, make sure that you're bringing your knees up to your arms and that you're not bringing your arms down to grab your knees, okay? So if you are bringing your shoulders down to grab your legs, you're going in the opposite direction to the way that you want to be rotating. So you're actually losing rotation by tucking like this. So make sure when you do go for the tuck, you're bringing your legs up and grabbing above your head almost. Next drill we're going to do, guys, is a little bit more explosive. We'll run through it slowly first. So starting in front support position, you're going to jump your feet in, and as your feet are coming in, you're going to push with your arms, trying to get as much rotation as you can before your feet hit the floor. So let's go one more time faster. This one's about getting your shoulders back and lifting your knees up. So 1, 2, push, good, into that roll. For this one, it's tempting to grab your legs, but I want you to try to do the whole thing, having your arms above your head or trying to get your arms to the floor. So 1, 2, yeah, just like that. So a little bit of conditioning now. We're gonna hold a tuck dish position like we did in our beginner's ab video. So here, we're gonna have our knees a little bit more bent, so knees up, but make sure your back is hollow and that you're looking your head to neutral. So you can look up for this one. Yep, and then we're just gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Next strength drill, we're gonna do a tuck in and out. So starting in dish position, bringing your knees up to your shoulders as fast as you can, coming back out. You can grab your knees, make sure you're not using your arms to pull your knees in. All the action of bringing your knees in should be in your abs, and your arms are just doing that last 10% when you do your back tuck. 10 times. So you might have noticed in the last drill we're in a dish position, not that open position that you'll finish your takeoff in. So a way to simulate that a little bit better is put maybe a pillow or whatever you have, something small under your hips so you're a little bit open. You can grab something sturdy like a bedpost so that your upper half isn't going to move, and then just from here, lifting your knees up over to your shoulders, finishing in that inverted tuck candle we did before. So you can do this 10 times as well. The last part of the back tuck we're going to focus on is our landing. Landing for back tucks are in a way easier than landing for front tucks because you're able to see the floor before you land on it. The thing that I see people struggle with the most for the back tucks is kicking out a little bit too early and lacking that last little bit of drive, pulling to get your knees in and hip fit under your hips for the landing. So we're going to do some landing drills for you guys. It's a little bit hard to simulate your rotation back, but it's still important for you guys to practice your motorbike landings outside the gym as well. So first landing drill we're going to do is just regular motorbike landing. We're going to practice this forward and backwards. So you can do this off a raised surface. If you have a hard surface, maybe consider wearing something like shoes, but you're always focusing on trying to make a soft landing so you're absorbing that impact and you shouldn't really hear yourself hit the floor. Okay, so when you do your motorbike, soft landing, bending your knees, absorbing the force and keeping your shoulders up. And let's do one backwards as well. Good, and practicing both ways for you guys. Okay, a few more landings now, guys. We're going to do them from a bunny hop. So you can do it with your hands on the raised surface. Bunny hop, and then you're going to push off the box into your motorbike landing, mimicking a little bit of backward rotation. So again, pulling your knees under and lifting your shoulders up for the landing. Now you can do one more here. If you want to get a little bit more rotation, you can do your hands on the floor. It's going to make it a little bit harder. So you push a little bit more out of your hands and then bring your knees in again. And push, motorbike. Really driving your shoulders up, hips under. Okay, last landing drill, guys. We're going to start on our knees. It's actually a good drill for you guys to get your knees up as well and your arm swing, but you're going to explode from your knees. And again, in that landing, focusing on trying to bring your feet under your hips, shoulders up. So that last little bit of your landing. Let's go one more time. Explode and knees up in front. So there's plenty of drills here for you guys to work through so that when we're back in the gym together, we can work on our back flips. Let us know which out of these drills you guys find helpful.
Thanks for watching.
Keep fit.
Make
friends.
Have fun.